Focus, episode 96, emotional support. Yesterday we talked about fear, but today let's talk about your emotional well-being, especially when it comes to being a writer, because we're kind of out there on our own, doing something, looking for some support. And everyone needs to hear that it's okay. You're writing a good story, you're doing what you need to do, and it's okay. As opposed to everybody bombarding you with, oh my God, what kind of a Looney Tunes are you? Now, that's right, Van Gogh never sold a single painting during his lifetime. I think two to a brother-in-law, just for a few nickels. That's not us. We need money now, all right? Because you got to live. You got to live today. No starving artists here. So somebody needs to tell you it's okay. And blowing smoke up your shorts isn't helpful. That's somebody who says, oh, you're doing great, without ever looking at your stuff or seeing it and saying, oh my God, this is appalling. It's unreadable. And then telling you you're doing great, because that's false support, and that's not helpful. You've all been in the company meetings where they said, hey, everybody's doing great, thank you. And you're like, what the hell are you talking about? It's got to be more personal. It's got to be more focused than that. And this is where tactless honesty delivers little value and actually can be pretty harmful. The tactless honesty being, wow, this sucks. This is the worst thing I've ever read. But did you read what you wrote yesterday? And then the day earlier and earlier than that? Are you getting better? This is the journey you're on. Nobody writes that magnum opus first time out. You've got to practice and work, and writing gets you better than that. So your first one may not be optimal, but tactless honesty of, wow, this sucks. You can't do anything with that kind of feedback. And then also it needs to come from somebody you trust. And if it does, that might shut you down completely when you're on a good track. You're on a track of improvement. So that's where you've got to find that emotional support, because you need to hear it's okay. It's okay to keep plodding, and you're not great today, but eventually you might be. And that's the hope. That's what people strive for, and why you try to improve, why you try to get better, why do you read a little bit more and more critically and say, wow, I like the way that those sentences are formed. I like the flow of the story. I like the ups and the downs, and then pick me back up at a regular rhythm. I like that. So how can I put that into my writing? That's reading critically. And it helps when other people tell you that, hey, this is like so-and-so's book. I like that. Maybe dive over there and read it and say, yeah, this is. And this is what they do well, and I'm not getting that. So let me try to work those elements into my story to make me better. So understand the value of the speaker when somebody tells you that, hey, let me give you a little feedback. Are you open to feedback? And if somebody says yes, please understand, be open. Don't get defensive, especially if they take the time to ask you, are you open to honest feedback on this? And hopefully it's opportunities to improve, and not just all these negatives. So this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. Keep writing. That doesn't help either. Like I said, tactless honesty. No one's an island. Everybody needs some kind of support. And what you're going to find is that people who claim to be an island, I don't need to hear anything from anybody. I'm just going to write. People are going to buy. That's all I need. There's somebody in the background who they respect, who's giving them little props, saying, hey, that was a good book. When's your next one coming out? Something as simple as that. It's still, there's somebody there. So if you don't have that somebody, be that somebody. And this is what we try to do in 20 books, is people supporting people. We don't let people go hog wild with tactless honesty. We don't let people give hopeless platitudes of, man, you're going to get there. You're going to make $1 million as an author. Nobody knows that. So that's not helpful. But what they do is when you type the end, everybody can celebrate the end. It means you've written the story. And that puts you in an elite group all by itself. Understand, we're here. We're not going to blow smoke up your skirt, but we're not up for tactless honesty either. Hey, this sucks. You should probably give up writing. That's what the first group I joined, that's what they did to me. Aren't you glad that I ignored them and came over with Michael to work in 20 books, 50K? So much better. A supportive group without being a smoke blowing group. We're here. We're all struggling together up the hill, but you're not alone. And that's the emotional support that authors need, because no one is an island, even as much as they try to say, hey, I'm fine. I don't need anybody. Yeah, you do. And there's somebody there that you're not recognizing, even if it's your dad. And this is me. My dad is my biggest fan. I like that. That's a good story. And he actually reads them, so I know he's not just being shallow. He really likes it, and he tells everybody my son's an author. And if you go to the 20 books to 50K, he'll say Craig's dad. My sister will say Craig's sister, as opposed to putting their own names. So there it is. That's the support I need and I get. And if you don't have it in your family, find it somewhere else. But somebody's out there for you to help you understand that you're doing okay. You're doing better today than yesterday, and tomorrow will be even better than that. All right, everybody. Peace.